Sweat is about a group of people who work in a factory in Reading, Pennsylvania that begins to show signs of trouble. It is basically sort of the nature of group dynamics and how people work together, and when one person maybe gets a little more than another person and what happens to them.
They're talking about hiring someone from the floor.
Get out of here, really? You gonna apply?
Me? No fucking way.
You're awful quiet, Sid.
Who knows? I might.
What? Get out of here.
The interesting thing about the play is that it goes back and forth in time. We start at 2000, then we jump forward 8 years. So it's like we see the beginning of the situation and then we see the fallout of the situation. What I'm finding about this story is the humanness of it and the grit and the humor at the same time. Lynn Nottage is very, very deft at storytelling, giving you just enough to keep you wanting a little more. Lynn Nottage went to Reading, Pennsylvania and hung out at Mike's Tavern, where the play takes place. She spent a lot of time with some union representatives and factory workers, and she went back there several times as she was putting this play together and really saw the beginnings of trouble and sort of followed that thread in the fallout of what can happen to a community, to a group of friends, and what happened to these specific workers. I think they're an amalgamation of a lot of people that she met.
Are they going to be laying people off?
Whoa.
Answer me.
Her approach was really boots on the ground. She went there and kind of lived it with them, drank with them, talked with them. And I think her observations about the tension and human nature and the politics around it, and how do you turn that into this dramatical storyline. I think the challenge is how to create this realistic bar situation in the round, a bar that's stationary. It's sort of meant for a proscenium space. Everybody that hangs out in this bar, there's no strangers in here. So all the customers know each other, and there's a familiarity and a casualness with which they speak. So the drama that happens and the conversations that happen quite naturally, even though we're in a public place. And so being able to create that intimacy, the designer, Tony Chiswick, figured out how to station the bar so we could have the bar feel legitimate and create the intimacy of the bar. You can see we have a pretend row back there that can actually see over the bar, see everything, and we were able to sort of anchor the play.